Appalachia, and especially Central Appalachia, where we live, is one of the most misunderstood places. So people here are very innovative, and that's counterintuitive to the Appalachia stereotype. Coal miners are really special people. They have a grit and a work ethic that's second to none. So when the industry collapsed and we just saw this huge wave of despair, it really instilled in me the desire to try to do something. Now here are these guys that I've been around my whole life, but all of a sudden I saw them differently. A coal miner truly is a tech worker that gets dirty. Yeah, we're hillbillies that code. That's what we do. I'm one of the co-founders of Bitsource, along with my partner, Lynn Parrish. It was just started in response to the collapse of the coal industry in 2012. And we were told something that resonated with us as two guys from the coal industry, that coding was like welding. It was a trade and you could learn it. We were just trying to create jobs. But what we really were doing was starting what's known as an innovation-driven enterprise. If it's digital, we'll do it. We've done projects from virtual reality to data management, apps, websites, just about anything that requires the moving around of code to solve a problem.
My name is Jamie Adams. I live here in Pikeville, Kentucky. I'm third-generation coal miner. I worked underground for 5 or 6 years and ended up getting laid off. Boss gathered everybody up and one at a time went into an office and handed us an envelope and said he didn't need us anymore. I just didn't want to have to leave this area, but I mean, I was willing to make sure that I was able to provide for my family. I'd say it was a little over a year after I got laid off whenever I heard the commercial.
Have you been laid off from a job in the mining industry? If you are a logic-based thinker willing to work and learn new things, we have a career opportunity for you.
So we started looking for workers. We ran a radio ad. We got 950 applications for 10 jobs.
To me, it felt like pure luck to be selected, especially with so many applicants. Being chosen to be one of the 10 that they did select, it was definitely surreal. We started small. Started out with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and then we started going on to more of the server-side languages, PHP and SQL and stuff like that.
Well, these mountains are some of the oldest mountains in the world and some of the richest energy deposits in the world. And so, as a result of that, all this capital and some of the best minds in the country came here. It's really created that cultural legacy of innovation and creativity that still resides here today amongst people, all nestled up and down these little hollers that really are hidden from the world. The challenge is not, can you teach them to code, is can you convince them that they can code? Because they don't recognize a lot of times the high level of expertise that they have. But these are as complex as any system out there in any factory or other type of industry.
And we're not just a bunch of dumb miners. I'm college educated, Rusty college educated. I mean, my brother is. It takes, educated people to actually run these mines nowadays, because there's so many computer systems involved, so many regulations and everything involved that you got to stay up on.
People have a hard time. I said, no, if you see what all coal miners do, making software is no big deal. They work in technology all day.
Bitsource started out as a way to retrain coal miners into a new career and show them that there are other opportunities that they can pursue here in Eastern Kentucky. But it has blossomed into so much more than that. Our vision has always been for this space to be used as kind of a community education space. We wanted this to be what we called a maker space. There are a lot of businesses that still do not see the need for a website. They don't know how it's going to benefit them because they've never used it. And we realize in order to improve this, we have to start with our youth. And so I just want you to be aware of all of the different opportunities that are available to you, the ways that you could connect with Bitsource in the future, whether it's through an internship, coming here in the summer for a summer camp. And so we hope to partner with you in the future to do lots of these really cool things.
I think the biggest thing is to be able to keep the tech here is to be able to get kids into it younger, giving them access to the stuff that they need to be able to learn how to, whether it be code or even hardware for computers or anything like that.
I think the Bitsource vision is changing the narrative of Appalachia, or Eastern Kentucky specifically, that we are not just a coal community, but that we can become a high-tech community.
We're not the oyster and we're not the pearl. We like to think we're the grain of sand that will irritate the oyster to make the pearl. I feel like I'm working on something and a part of something, will outlast me. Kind of as the pioneers for tech in our region. If we're successful, people from here that want to, they'll have the option to stay if they want, or the option to come home.